Hi, my name is Virginia L. Montgomery, also known as VLM, and this is my exhibition, Eye Moon Cocoon. For this particular exhibition, I was inspired by this random thought I had about how ironic it was that a creature like the Luna moth, which is so devoted to the moon, can never actually get in proximity to the moon. And I thought that was a bit ironic that, the one thing the Luna moth loves the most in the world is the moon, yet she's so far away from it. I was just thinking, okay, if I'm going to make this poetic, performative proposal of how I can help mediate the distance between a Luna moth and the moon, how would I do that? And so the idea I had was like, well, I can't take the Luna moth to the moon up in the sky, but I can take the Luna moth to Space Center Houston and show her the moon rocks. And so that was the inspiration behind this body of work. I, over a holiday break in Houston, asked my mom if she would be the person to help me execute this idea, because I knew if I was showing the Luna moth cocoons to the moon rocks inside the NASA viewing room, that someone would have to sit there with the camera. And so I was happy that my mom collaborated with me to make this proposal. And so from that one kind of key performative moment, that was what then started the chain of events for all the other artworks, because the little Luna moth cocoon that met the moon rocks at NASA is the one that then appears in the video. In Eye Moon Cocoon, I mystically investigate two scientific theories: the butterfly effect, which is the theory that small gestures in the natural world can generate big changes over time, and also the Borealis effect, the physics theory that matter swirls in circular formations across the universe. I like to think of this art project, this exhibition, as a witchy science experiment operating in meta. It's hard to say what will continue to happen with this proposal of what happens when you do actually allow a Luna moth to have access to the moon, because the Luna moth, I raised her and she later laid some eggs, and so in the spring I'll have more Luna moths from that generation, and so the work will keep making itself. The exhibition is laid out in a way that a viewer can come into the room and slightly wander through the space, picking up on different reoccurring circle motifs and themes, picking up on reoccurring materials. There is one central video called Moon Moth Bed that features quite a lot of action in this quasi-narrative surrealist sequence, the Luna moth going through her elemental world. And then adjacent to it, Luna Bella, which is very peaceful. It is a 6-minute video of a little Luna moth on a bell, as that bell is gently spinning back and forth. The third video in the space is a large projection in the back, and it is my eye peering through a hole as if to try to look back at the viewer that's watching it. In the video Moon Moth Bed, there is a surreal narrative at play. There's a cast of characters that shows up. This includes the moon, my eye, a hole from a DeWalt drill, a cocoon, a finger, and a small bell. So each of these elements synchronized together at different moments for chaos and insight to appear. In the opening sequence of the video, one watches this little Luna moth emerge from her cocoon in my hand. She then embarks upon a journey where she climbs up some bells, unfurls her wings. As her wings open, the eye spots on her wings are revealed. And in that moment, the rest of the video space becomes alive. And so suddenly a DeWalt drill will penetrate through the picture plane as if to say, I'm here and I can make circles too, just like eye spot. And so the DeWalt drill comes through and then pulls away. Then a second Luna moth emerges from a cocoon. And this is the Luna moth that then makes her way to the miniature moth scale bed. And she climbs up that bed post, unfurls her wings, and then the finger character appears to go after the bell that's beside her. And once the finger, the human, as played by me, makes contact with this kind of metaphysical system, all chaos really opens up, and then the video kind of erupts into a sequence of jump cuts and sound effects and sounds that denote moving and spinning and whirling and destruction. So this is the destruction element of the video, but then the destruction invite a soothing energy, and then there is honey that comes in, and the honey helps kind of provide a nice peaceful resolution to the chaos of the system. In short, Moon Moth Bed is a surreal 6-minute video that's about destruction and healing through the imagination of myself and a Luna moth. The 2 large sculptural elements in the installation include eggstone, which is this thick pile of blue memory foam with a large hand-carved marble orb that I formed with my hands to be somewhat reminiscent of the actual egg that a Luna moth hatches from. So I like imagining that there is a very large Luna moth inside the marble stone ready to hatch. The material of memory foam is really fascinating to me because of how it mediates gravity, but also because it is a product that came out of NASA research. There's also my bed that's in the exhibition. I really wanted to present kind of an object that is the substructure that allowed me to create all of this work, because so much of my art practice comes directly from my subconscious, and my subconscious opens up at night when I sleep and I dream. So I thought, you know, what could be a more raw source for the ideas behind my work than to like show the bed object that helps conceive them. So the bed itself is here. It also facilitates this uncanny moment of doubling when you see the bed in the room in context to the small moth bed on the video screen. So I like this scale shift moment that happens. The sound design is a large part of the exhibition. The soundscape itself is one that I constructed from hundreds of little field recordings that I took both inside and outside. So some of the field recordings are sounds that I captured from thunderstorms. Others are sounds from little percussion instruments like small bells. When I take these sounds, I'm always thinking about how I can sequence them together and layer them together to create a sonic experience that is unexpected. So when I'm creating the soundscape for the video, I'm oftentimes looking for an atypical sound effect to put next to a visual item that you wouldn't associate with. In my video clips, like every time a drill punctures through a plane, immediately you hear like a bell jingle, or every time an eye blinks, there's also a water droplet that comes from a cave. And I'm interested in these moments of sonic choreography, but matching the sonic choreography with a unexpected source. Eye Moon Cocoon came from a book that I read by Dr. Donna Haraway called When Species Meet. Haraway is a fascinating academic in that she is both a writer that focuses on biology and also is someone with a lot of expertise in feminism. One of the things that really struck me about Dr. Haraway's work is that she really makes an argument for ecofeminism existing in the now. What Dr. Haraway positions is that contemporary feminism should be grounded in a panpsychic approach that attributes consciousness not just as a fundamental presence within us humans, but also all the way down to the molecular level, going from machines to rocks to Luna moths. My hope is that the exhibition Eye Moon Cocoon will allow audiences to have a moment for peaceful reflection where they can come into women in their work and take in the blue light and also watch the slow unfurling of a Luna moth expanding her wings, or listen to gentle sounds of raindrops, and from that, you know, find a moment of relaxation within all the chaos around us outside in the world. I do want people to feel empowered that they can pick up a camera and film a butterfly and feel connected to the natural world on that literal level, or just feel like they can make small gestures and ignite a larger system of change.